Alright. I can already hear you guys asking, Pravus, what are you doing playing this Flash game wannabe, Coal LLC? Look, it was recommended to me, and I do follow up on recommendations, and I saw a few other content creators playing it, including my buddy Ambiguous Amphibian. And a common theme that I saw is that no one seems to know how to play this game properly or efficiently, and it was driving me nuts. So, I'm going to show you guys how I play the game. Now, if you don't know what Coal LLC is, don't worry, you're not alone. It's a fairly new title, and it's very simple, and you might even say, holy crap, this looks boring when you first start out. Trust me, it ramps up. Now, the goal of the game is pretty straightforward. You are a coal mining company. You have a certain amount of time every day to make a quota in a certain amount of coal. Drop that off on the surface, and that is how you're going to progress. If at any point you fail to make quota, you lose the game. Survive for 15 days, and you will win. The problem is the amount of coal that you have to extract is going to be increasing at an almost exponential rate as the game goes on. So if you are not finding ways to buy out new equipment or hire employees to increase your mining speed, eventually you fall behind, and that's where the challenge of the game really comes in and why it's pretty fun. Now the thing is, coal is not worth a lot. So generally speaking, what you want to do is mine up the bare minimum amount of coal in order to make your quota, then spend the rest of your time getting valuable materials, like in this case, I'm getting iron and copper. Between both of these, I'm getting as much money as I can. Now, what a lot of people fall for here is they, one, panic when they see the clock at the top right, and they think, oh my god, I'm not going to make it, and they start making a bunch of suboptimal choices, they don't drop off the materials in time, they miss their jumps, and they fall behind as a result. Secondly, a lot of people will tunnel vision on the valuable stuff, and they forget they have to make a coal quota, so they lose the game unexpectedly. That happens sometimes, it's embarrassing, but you just gotta learn from it. Third, a lot of people don't know what to upgrade to be effective, and that's what this video is, I hope, going to dispel. Today was a very, very good first day. We made 7 coal more than the necessary quota, so I didn't waste a lot of time there. Got a great amount of iron and some copper, worth a lot more. We got our daily bonus, I get 733 gold. Now, as far as upgrades, what you might think you want to do is hire people. We could get ourselves an intern who will go around and mine things for us, and you think, oh cool, by hiring 1 or 2 people, I've just doubled or tripled my output. The answer is no. These guys are a trap. They are stupid. They spend a lot of their time mining things that are not worthwhile, and they're very slow. Nothing close to what you can pull off. So it's really more like a 30% increase with diminishing returns, and that gets worse over time, which I'll explain in a bit. It is far better to invest in yourself. So what I'm going to do is sell my shoddy pickaxe, and instead we're going to buy this iron pickaxe right here. This is strong enough, I can start mining a lot faster. We're also going to buy out some platforms. A full stack of 32 will be fine, and I could even consider buying myself 1 weak bomb just to go ahead and clear some space out, and I'll get one to show you how that's going to work. There are other things you'd like to buy, like adding more time onto the timer, increasing your inventory space, wings to fly, all that's great, but for right now, this is good enough, so let's go ahead and get back to it. You'll notice I can now mine up some of these blocks with only 2 hits, which is substantially faster than what we could do before. I'm going to drop a bomb real quick. It does not hurt you, so don't worry about that, but I just wanted to show you how it works. So that's going to clear a lot of space. It instantly breaks up any of the coal around, which is great because that means you don't have to spend time mining coal and can instead focus on getting more useful stuff, like some of the sapphires I just picked up. Now, one problem is I've made it so I can't get out of here, so let's go ahead and place down a couple of platforms just so I can get out. I've already met quota, so I don't care about coal anymore. Sometimes you're going to find these chests over here. These are a high-risk, high-reward play because it does take time to break through them, and every bit of time you're spending not mining is money lost, so that can suck. But the rewards can be great. Sometimes it drops gems, which are worth a lot of money, so you get a cash influx. Sometimes it drops a golden gun, which is so powerful you can clear the entire screen really quickly within 9 seconds. Most of the time, though, you get this little passive effect. Sometimes these are good, most of the time they're not. In my case, there's only a couple things you really care about. Sprint speed, jump velocity, climbing velocity, and then also collector capacity and speed, which I will explain in a bit. That's not going to give me any immediate value right now, but eventually that's going to be very useful to me and it will help win the run. So that's why I'm going to pick that up. Most of the time, though, you're just hoping for gems or a golden gun because getting some early money is really the thing you care about the absolute most. Notice how much better it is being able to break through some of these blocks. Yeah, I'm not going for any of the coal, and this feels like wasted time, but I promise you the the copper and the iron is worth so much more. You're not going to be sad that you picked this up. And if I can get some sapphires and stuff going, that's great. I'm keeping an eye on the timer here. I know it's going to take me some time to get back, so now's probably the time to go ahead and start making my run. I probably have a little extra time to spare, but you'll pardon me if I don't think that it's totally worth the risk. At this point, an extra 10 or 20 gold isn't worth possibly losing. What I will show you is over here are some quests, an easily missed aspect of the game. All the way on the far left, there is this mermaid. If you can bring her certain gems, she will give you a reward. In this case, she wants 5 sapphires, which I'm not giving her right now. I value the money a lot more, but that is a thing you could do. And the reward she would give you is going to be a dog that can sniff out which are the most valuable tiles on your screen. There's another quest on the right, which I didn't get just now, but if you bring that guy 100 iron, he gives you a compass so you can always find your way home. Very useful at some point, not strictly necessary right now, but it will be good. So now we have a lot more money to work with. You might think, oh, now's the time to grab some interns. No, it is not. Don't fall for it. It's not good. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to sell our iron pickaxe, and I'm going to buy myself a sapphire axe. Now, the pickaxe is cheaper, but all it can do is hit one tile at a time. Axes, battle axes, shotguns, they can hit multiple tiles at a time, which means you can start increasing your mining speed by a dramatic amount. And if I can mine very, very quickly, well, then we're going to be able to get things unlocked very, very fast. You could also consider buying an infiniladder at this point. I don't think I strictly need it. I'm going to stick to a platform. And I don't even need a bomb anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and move directly on to the next day. If I hold down my mouse button, my axe is now going to start spinning very, very quickly. And you're going to see that now we are really starting to clear things out. And I want to get myself all the copper. I want to make sure we have enough coal to meet all of our quota. I want to start picking up all the gems. Yeah, this is where things start really kicking off for you. You can start getting a lot of materials. Now, for the same amount of money, we could have also added some time onto the clock. And that also is quite good for you for obvious reasons. You really do want to be able to mine for as long down here as possible. But at the same time, I will say, just increasing my mining speed by like 5 or 6 times, I think is also worth an absolute ton and should not be underestimated. Now, from here, we probably have enough stuff on the ground. I just want to go ahead and start doing nothing but logistics. Did not place down enough platforms here. Let's just go ahead and fix this. Place one down here. There we go. All I care about now is just running a lot of delivery runs because I cleared out so much of the map here. We should be able to get a lot of money without much of an issue. But running things around, that's going to take me the longest. Also, we still haven't met our coal quota. You really don't want to mess that up. Now we have plenty though, 288. And this is where once you have these big AoE weapons, you might find that you actually are over clearing a little bit too much and you start getting way more coal than you know what to do with. It starts clogging up your inventory and that can become a problem. If that does happen, you could drop some coal and try to pick up things like the sapphire, which I just did, and that's obviously worth a lot more. Whoa, God, I just put myself in a bad spot by holding down the round button. I started mining underneath me instead. Didn't want that, so let's just go ahead and get up here. But yeah, this is a lot. I'm going to go ahead and end the day now. So even though we had a few seconds to spare, I mined out so much extra copper and iron, we got a pretty hefty amount of money, 2,000 gold. Now that ain't half bad. This is where we want to start looking at hiring people now. I'm going to get myself an intern, and I'm not going to keep him. Once you get an intern, you can upgrade him. I'm going to get myself the collector. This is the key to your success. You are going to be so good at mining, the number one thing that wastes your time is running materials back and forth. Having collectors who are picking things up for you and flying them back up to the chest is what's ultimately going to save you a ton of time. All I care about is having maybe 3 or 4 of these collectors and then upgrading them to make them as good as possible. These miners over here are just a trap. Why? Because the deeper into the earth you go, the harder the blocks are going to be. And these interns at some point won't be able to break through them. They'll sit there spending your entire time just mining the same worthless rock. The only way miners are good is if you keep investing in upgrading them. But that costs a lot of money. For that same amount of money, you can invest in getting some really big weapons like an amethyst battle axe that clears practically the entire map, and then all you really want is collectors running things back and forth. So as fun as it would be to show off how cool this other stuff would be, all I'm going to do right now is just run around and mine as aggressively as we can and then let our collector do his job. I don't even care about picking stuff up right now. I'll still need to, but for now, it's fine. What do we have here? Sprint speed, jump velocity. That's useful at the beginning of the game, so let's go ahead and pick that up. Keep getting all these materials. More coal, more iron, more copper, more gems. Whatever I can get, I'm going to grab it all. The collector already has a thing. Golden gun. All right, I can use this to start really punching through the map here. Now, this is great when you're down to the next level because you can use it to rapidly unlock things like higher value copper and stuff like that, but I wasn't down deep enough, so it's not that important. Employee miner speed, damage, and stuff, useless. I'm going to sell this and just get some money. All right, let's go ahead and just keep mining for a little bit. At some point, though, I am going to need to get myself a way back up because my inventory is still valuable, even though I have a collector doing things right now. Like, I'm sitting around and I'm not delivering materials that I could be, so it's worth trying to do that. Let's go ahead and drop off a quick platform. That is not the exit. What am I doing? Okay, this is where I start making mistakes here because it's very easy to get stuck trying to jump around here, and I don't love the movement controls in this game. I really don't. They can be a little annoying. Let's go over here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and drop off my load and then just continue with the mining operation over this direction. I want to make sure we get things like these emeralds online. The collector's doing his job. We've already got plenty of coal, so that's not the issue. We've only got 20 seconds left. I don't think I can get much more, so let's just go ahead and make sure that I'm able to get out, because if I can't, then my entire load is wasted. Dang it all to heck, I keep doing that. This is where the panic starts to set in. Come on, let me up, 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 let me up. Made it. Okay. That got a little close, but there we go. So we were able to drop off a decent amount of materials. Now, this is still not great. The collector wasn't good enough by himself, but if I had more collectors, well, you can imagine it only gets better and better from there. We could also try getting rid of things like the sapphire axe in favor of something bigger, but for the moment, I'm okay with waiting on that. Let's get myself an intern, and let's go to bonuses, and let's increase the amount of time that we can spend mining. That actually means the collectors have more time to grab more things, and I can just keep focusing on the good stuff. We also probably want to go ahead and increase our inventory slots. The more stuff I can carry, probably the better. And then let's also go ahead and make sure we top ourselves off with some of these platforms, and I'm going to get myself an infiniladder. This is a way of making sure that I never have to worry about these stupid platforms again. Once placed, it goes infinitely up and down, as much as it can. But it also doesn't keep going up and down. Like, if you place it and then mine under it, you don't get more ladders. So make sure you place this intelligently. Otherwise, it ends up being a big waste of time. So what I'll do now is I'll just go ahead and just basically start digging straight down, because I want to get to the levels that have things like the gems and stuff as fast as possible. Keep going down all the way over here like this, blah, blah, blah. Get some of the iron, get some of the emeralds, all the way to the point where it's a little bit harder for me to mine like this. And this is where I'll just go ahead and place the ladder like so. Boom, done, easy peasy. Now we just mine like crazy. With 2 collectors, they're going to start picking things up a lot faster now. So we've doubled up our ability to drop things off for practically no effort on our part. Now I'm going to come up over here real quick, since I do have enough sapphires. Before I toss it into the pile, let's go to the mermaid, drop off the 5. So she's going to give me that dog that can now sniff things out as of tomorrow. She also could give you like a vacuum cleaner, but with enough collectors, you don't really care. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm also going to pop over here real quick, just say hi to this guy, make sure I get the quest so I have it, and we're good to go. Back to mining. Now, I could be focusing on some things like these chests and stuff, which is probably tempting, but again, high risk, high reward. At some point, if it's like right there, sure, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, I'm not really worried about it yet. Unless I'm going to get a golden gun, it doesn't do me a whole lot of good. Or if I pick up that amethyst, okay, that's worth like 140 gold right there. So gems like that are certainly going to be good. If the collectors are hanging around you, by the way, it means that you haven't dropped enough materials. You need to speed up. Go ahead and just start mining up more stuff, because they're not going to drop off a load unless it's full. So they haven't got anything to pick up. They're just hanging around waiting to see what you're going to do. Drop this all off like so. Good to go. Boom, 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 bada boom. We're going to start getting ourselves a lot of money this time around. I promise you. It's going to work. Now, you're also going to find that you start delivering a bit too much coal. The collectors don't really prioritize getting coal over anything else. So you have to watch this, because at this point, you might find that they're not going to help you make your quota. And you need to be the one who goes and starts running around to coal. Like, I'm halfway through my time right now. We've got enough time. I'm not really feeling too worried about it yet. But this could very quickly turn into a situation where I'm not going to have enough coal and I lose the game because my collectors are dumb. They were trying to make me money, but not actually help me stay alive. So we need another like 90 or so coal. That really shouldn't be too much of a problem, so I'm not feeling too worried. I think they'll drop the rest of it off on their own. Let's just go focus on all the good stuff, like this iron, like this copper, blah, blah, blah. Now, the axe is not your long-term preferred weapon, though it is certainly good and will last you for a while. If you want to stick with this, you certainly could. At some point, though, there's going to be a battle axe, which is basically just a weapon that swings all around your character and you do not control it at all. If you have the ability to fly, then you can just basically walk around and clear out the map, and it becomes incredibly good. Climb velocity actually works with my ladder, so for now I'm just going to stick with that. That's fine. Let's keep clearing stuff out here. Give my guys something to mine up. Give them something to collect. More copper is certainly going to be good. I could also spend some time down here, but what you're going to see is these blocks take a lot longer to break. They also give you much larger quantities of materials. So, like, they're great, but when you have a better tool, that's when you want to advance down. Notice, by the way, we have way more coal than my quota technically called for. And that's the one thing that can happen now with your collectors. Now you're relying on them to do the job, and they might just overproduce a little bit. Maybe a little bit. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's still money, but they're going to be clogging up their inventory with the worst stuff, and that's not helpful to you. I'm going to run back over here since I've only got a little bit of time left. I'm going to drop off some coal with this, iron with this guy, just so I can make some progress on the compass quest. That is something I'm going to want at some point. Here comes a lot more stuff dropped off. We're about to run out of time, so that's all we're going to get. So what do we get this time around? We got a lot of coal, a lot of other stuff. We got almost 5,000 gold. All right, so now we're seeing things start to kick off. This is looking pretty good for us. We might even want to consider getting more collectors, but what I really want is to get another infiniladder, and then if I can get rid of, let's say, the sapphire axe in favor of the emerald battle axe now, that's probably worth it. I'll also add even more time onto my timer, and I'll just go ahead and buy myself 2 interns. I'm not going to keep them that way, but I can't afford to get collectors. I might as well get them now, but that's the goal. Turn them into collectors. Don't worry about anything else. So here we need 900 coal in order to make our quota. We met that last time pretty easily. The battle axe now is just going to start spinning and doing kind of exactly what you saw before. There's our dog, by the way. So he's just going to show me what's the most valuable thing around. It's kind of nice. I'm not worried about it. If we can get a golden gun right now, that'd be great. No? All right, fine, whatever. None of this is important to me. I'm not using a pickaxe. I'm just going to sell it. And I'm going to focus on trying to get myself back down. Hold on. I really want to make sure we have a clear path for my infiniladder. If I mess that up and the infiniladder doesn't go all the way up, then I have to resort to platforms again, and I've kind of messed myself up. Now, we should be able to mine some of these blocks down here pretty quickly since we do have an emerald battle axe. It doesn't look fast right now, and this is slow enough that I think it's kind of on the cusp as to whether it's worth it. So let's go ahead and place this ladder like so. I think it's probably not. It is better at this point to just go ahead and keep doing things like this. Jump around, clear out what you can. Now, the problem with the battle axe, by the way, is it's kind of hard to control to actually get to these chests because you end up digging underneath them and then you can't dig yourself back up easily. So you may not get as many chests, but again, the chests are kind of a high-risk, high-reward play. Sometimes it's worth it, and sometimes it's really not. Golden gun, worth it. Let's get back down here. We're going to break as many of the big things as we can. If I can get to some of these big chests, I'll happily take that. Get ourselves a whole bunch of amethysts, gems. Oh yeah, that was worth it. Now, the deeper down you go, the better the chests do get. So, for example, increased jump velocity and stuff. I mean, that could be kind of useful. I don't need gun recoil. I don't need the mining speed. I'll just pick this up. So we're now very full on stuff, and I don't know that my collectors can collect all these gems fast enough. So let's make sure that we have enough coal. And I'm going to keep getting down there and grabbing all the gems because we just freed up so much stuff. The right golden gun at the right time literally is a game changer. It's amazing. You should definitely take advantage of that if you can. All right, so that's good enough for the moment. Let's get back up over here. Are we going to have enough coal? It's a little bit tight, but we're not even at half our time yet, so I think we're fine. I'm not scared yet. By the way, if you hold down shift, that's how you sprint in this game. Believe it or not, you do fall faster as well. So, like, it's actually pretty good. I'm going to sit here and just mine this for a second. Actually, it's on the cusp whether it's worth it. We already have enough coal, so actually this is technically not worth it, but I'm kind of having a sunk cost fallacy where I feel like I need to break the blocks, even though it's technically not worth it. So let's not fall for that. Let's go ahead and move on and do something else. Any of these easy targets, more copper, more iron, more emeralds, all looking good. I like what I'm seeing here. This is good. All right. Get over to this chest if we can. No, not easily. I'm probably going to have to use a platform if I want to get to that, and I'll be honest, the amount of time it takes to get to a platform isn't really worth it to me, so I'm not going to. Let's try to get those emeralds unlocked. There we go. I've got pretty much a full inventory, so I want to head back here pretty soon. I'm just making sure we have enough to make sure my collectors have plenty to do. We're at half of our time, so I probably am good to go from here on out. I think they've got enough that they can stay busy. But if I had more collectors, once you start seeing all this stuff building up, it's like, well, I need more people who are running logistics for me. right? Or if you get to a point where the collectors are hanging around you, that's where you're like, okay, next round I want to get myself another upgrade. That's kind of the gist of the game. That's my entire play style, and I'll tell you what, you're going to see it ends up being very, very effective. You know what's not been effective? These interns. Look at them wasting their time mining rocks that their pickaxe isn't really strong enough to clear out, so it barely does anything. That's why I'm saying they're a trap. They're not worth it. Now, I watched my friend Ambiguous Amphibian spending time getting loads and loads of interns and stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. That's just not going to do the job for you. They're worthless. Don't bother with them. Get the dang collectors. Get the best battle axe possible, and you're going to find your game goes a lot faster. All right, I'm just going to finish out my time here. I'm going to jump forward a little bit. There's really nothing else to see, nothing new to show you that I haven't already done. So let me just go ahead and move forward. All right, so that's going to finish out the day. Once again, getting a pretty decent amount of stuff. Lots of gems coming through this time. We've got 10,000 gold to work with. So here we could get ourselves a senior collector for 10,000 gold. You might say, oh my god, that is expensive. It's 10 times more. Yeah, but he carries 10 times more and he moves 50% faster. These guys are great. I do want that. On the other hand, I could consider getting myself a few other bonuses. Let's check our options. We've already got the maximum amount of time. Inventory slots and stuff is fine. Jetpacks are helpful. But no, I don't know that I care about that. Tell you what, I'm just going to grab one Infiniladder, and then we are just going to go ahead and upgrade this guy. The fact that he moves so fast means that all I want to do is run around to the bottom of the map and just clear as much stuff as possible, right? That's all I care about. Because now I have somebody who is so fast at collecting that, like, I don't think I need to make very many trips up to the surface. I just want to give that guy plenty to do. As long as I do that, we are going to find ourselves in a very, very good position. So let's mine ourselves all the way down toward the bottom. Again, these interns are worthless. I don't expect much of them. That is probably fine. Let's place down the ladder before I forget that this is where I want it. And then all I'm going to do is run around here and just keep mining stuff up. Nothing else. Look how much faster that guy is, though. He's doing a great job already. I like him. Now, at this stage, it's very easy to forget that you do still need to have lots and lots of coal, so make sure you spend a little bit of time clearing that up for your guys. He should be able to get all of it, but if he doesn't, you're going to feel real stupid now, ain't ya? Down here with the amethysts, we're also going to find some silver. That obviously can be worth a lot. There are, I think, 4 layers to the world? There might be more, but by the end of 15 days, you'll probably only ever get down to level 3, so I wouldn't worry too much. Probably the next thing I want to do beyond this is get myself one more upgraded collector and then focus on getting an upgraded weapon so I can get through this layer faster, because this is where I'll be able to start getting things like amethysts and silver much, much faster, and that's going to get me the most value. But like already, these collectors don't feel like they have enough to do, which is definitely my cue that, like, yeah, I need to be getting myself an upgraded weapon so I can move through this faster. In fact, that's probably more important right now. That's how fast my collectors are right now. They're able to pick up the stuff that I'm mining about fast enough, even though I am mining at a god level rate. Okay, I've only got like 20-some seconds left to go. I'm going to start carving myself a path out here back up toward the surface. At this point, actually, it's faster just to say, forget that. I need to get over here. Oh, God, did I leave myself enough time to drop off my materials? It's going to be cutting it really close, but I think the answer is yes, thanks to the extra climb speed that I picked up. That was close, but there we go. We can drop all that off, and we are done. So I think we're going to find out we made a lot of money today. That is my expectation, a lot of money. We got 11,000, not as much as I thought I would get, if I'm completely honest with you. Nowhere near as much as I thought I was going to get. That's sad. Okay, well, it is still enough to pick up a silver battle axe, which I will do. So we'll take that and we'll sell the emerald one. That gets me a little bit more money. And as always, until we have the ability to fly, I need to make sure I'm getting myself an Infiniladder every time. I guess I don't mind upgrading my other 2 interns into collectors, so I'm back up to my amount of 4. That's going to have to be good enough. With the silver battle axe, at least we are able to mine a lot faster. And let's get back down there. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, we got a golden gun right off the bat. It's a minigun! Yeah! All right, let's just get down nice and deep. I want to clear all this good stuff out. Get me all that silver. Get me all that amethyst. Oh, it feels good. Okay, place down ladder, and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and start dropping things off, and we'll get back down there and just mine. With the silver battle axe, the ladder was just barely not enough. With the silver battle axe, we should be able to get ourselves into the next level without too much of an issue. Yeah, we can clear out things like the coal and the amethyst and the silver and all that stuff much faster down here. And the quantities dropped per block is substantially better, so it is absolutely worth spending all of our time down here now. When I see massive veins of amethysts over here like this, I mean, I gotta go get it. Like, that's worth so much money. Heck, we've already met our coal quota, and that was not even halfway through my time. That's how much coal they're able to pick up right now. So yeah, now that's the big downside of the battle axe is you are no longer going to be able to control exactly what you get, so you end up having way more coal than you need. But this is where having the collector capacity is pretty helpful, because then your guys are just going to be able to pick up all that coal, and they can still pick up other useful things. Let's continue dropping off some iron, by the way, just because I do not want to forget that I need that compass, which we can do now. That's enough. Perfect. So tomorrow, then, I'll have access to a compass just to make sure I never get lost, because once you start mining at this speed, it's very easy to lose track of where you are, and then you just kind of wander around and you feel real stupid. I don't have a lot of time left, so let's make sure I can get myself back out in time, which I think we can. There's a chest here. What was that? We could get mortar gun. Useless. Take the money. Here we go. All right. 12 seconds. Plenty of time. We've got way more coal than I strictly needed, which is expected. I just dropped off a ton of materials that way, so I think we're good to go. This guy drops off a whole nother load. That's awesome, and our time is up. What do we get? Well, that's a lot of copper, a lot of coal, a lot of goodness. Oh my god, 33,000. Now we're cooking with gas, ladies and gentlemen, cooking with some serious gas. So I could consider tossing away the silver battle axe in favor of an amethyst battle axe, which I think in this case is going to be worth it. Let's make sure that I don't mess this up. I pick up an infiniladder first, sell this off, get the upgrade. So now we clear even faster, and this is enough to still get myself another senior collector. So as I'm still mining faster, we're still collecting faster, and this is good. From here on out, I want to start making something on the order of like 50,000 gold per day. At minimum. If I can start getting myself to 100,000, that's how we know we've really made it, boys. We are now able to mine out to the bottom of this layer very, very quickly if I want to, so I will, so I can place down a more effective infiniladder, so I can always get myself back up and never have to worry about it. Right over here should be fine. But as awesome as this is, make sure you're paying attention still to things like your coal. If at any point it looks like your collectors are not getting enough, let's say you got through half your time, and you do not have enough coal, it means you really need to start thinking about how you can start filling in that gap. That said, we're doing completely fine right now. I'm not worried. And remember, with the mermaid over on the top left, one thing we could have been doing at this point is bringing her some emeralds, and what she'd do is she would give you a vacuum you can use to quickly suck everything up at the bottom of certain layers. And the problem is, you're going to be at this point mining so fast that, like, the vacuum's never going to reach down there, and if you have enough collectors, then you don't need it. Like, what's the point? So I don't necessarily think she's worth it. I think it probably is better to just go ahead and invest the gems in getting money so you can get upgrades faster. That seems to work pretty well for me. It's what I'm sticking with. Now, we are able to start clearing through some of these big layers over here if we want to now. Still a little on the slow side, so I don't recommend at this stage continue to work on layer level 3. Just start churning through layer 2 here as fast as you can. You've got the advantage. Use it. Speed is your friend. And notice at this point, I'm not even making runs back up to the surface. I know my collectors are going to be able to take care of me pretty effectively. At some point, you could buy a filter backpack so you stop picking up the worthless coal in your inventory, and then you can start dropping off all the good stuff yourself. That's not a bad investment at some point. Right now, it's a bit on the expensive side. I'd rather just keep getting better collectors, because right now I'm still stockpiling faster than they're able to clear. Yeah, legitimately, my collectors still can't keep up with me. That's how fast I'm going. Okay, from here on out, it's all a matter of me just picking stuff up and helping them out. My carrying capacity may not be quite as good as theirs, but it's reasonable. One thing you can do at some point, and we will pretty soon probably, is invest in getting a whistle to tell your people it is time to go back up to the top, please, so that they don't accidentally get stuck down here in the mines when they have a full load and they never dropped it off on time. That ends up being pretty useful. We'll use that in the last, like, 15 seconds of a run every time. I'll probably pick it up next time, but we will see. All right, a couple seconds left. You're going to drop... I think that guy barely didn't make it in time. All right, how much money are we going to get this time? A lot, it looks like. 45,000. Strangely, still not as good as I might have expected, but okay, we'll work with it. So now I can get myself angel wings if I wanted to, and that is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Now I can fly. I don't have to worry about things like platforms anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and sell these off and stop wasting my time. And I'm going to upgrade these last two guys to senior collectors, so now we do have our fast guys. So from here on out, that's enough collectors. If I can get enough money, I'll get fast collectors. We can store even more stuff and move a lot faster. I also want to get myself up to at least a golden battle axe if we can. There are additional benefits such as more inventory slots and so on, but as long as we keep boosting up our collectors and we go for better and better weapons, at this point we are on day 10, we should be practically unstoppable. You fly, by the way, just by hitting space multiple times, so I no longer am worried about whether I can find my way out. We are good to go. Don't forget your coal, though. Always pay attention. We need 5,000 right now. That's pretty doable. But honestly, with 4 senior collectors, like, I have so much coal just coming in as collateral damage while I look for money. Like, I don't think that I have to worry. I think they're going to be able to make it without any problem. At this point, it's the big veins of silver and amethyst that I really care about. And once I upgrade my weapon to the golden version... Oh, collector capacity, perfect. That's when you want to start getting down to the next level and start looking for things like gold, rubies, or whatever else. Yeah, this is working just fine. Hopefully you guys are seeing why I follow this strategy now. Now imagine you got yourself a bunch of like miners and stuff down here, and they're just going plonk, plonk, plonk at a rock. Like, I'm sorry, how is that supposed to compete with this? Collectors are by a long shot your most valuable resource, and people just sleep on them. Like, how many content creators did I watch that are like, I don't know if I want collectors. It's like, collectors are great! What are you talking about? They're the only thing that matters. Get as many of them as you can. Okay, I think that's all the time we've got here, so that's going to be the end of that night as well. Okay, what do we get this time around? Looks like we're going to get a lot. Not as many amethysts as I expected, but 65,000 is acceptable. Thank you. All right, can we move on and get ourselves the gold weapon now? Not quite. We are still a bit shy. I could go for the inventory slots and such. The item filter would be okay, I guess. Yeah. Truth be told, I don't know that it's the most important thing. I feel like just getting the fast collector is, believe it or not, still even better because I was still leaving more on the ground than we could pick up. So one of those will have to be good enough. I'll increase the number of inventory slots I have and my stack size. Now I can carry an absolute ton as well. But from here on out, I think the only thing I care about is upgrading my collectors and getting the golden battle axe. Also, if I could get myself a golden weapon early on, that would be pretty awesome too. Like, if they could just do that and I could just get down to the bottom and then just start clearing out huge amounts of blue territory, that'd be awesome. At this point, how quickly can I mine through any of these blue rocks? Still a little on the slow side, and you see my collectors getting bored. That's usually your sign that you're not doing something right. So no, still not worth it. Need to get the gold. I think we're going to be able to find on our coal. The fast loaders are still picking up coal about as fast as I can mine it, so we should be able to make our 8,000 quota pretty easily. This is still going to be a struggle for us, though, by the time that we do get down toward the 50,000 gold requirements that we'll run into toward the end of this run. So I'm not out of the woods totally yet. We're just very close to being out of the woods. Extra collector speed, though. Telling you, collector speed and carrying capacity. Only thing that's useful now. Okay, running out of time. Let's fly up as fast as we can. I'm struggling to find my way back up. I think we'll barely make it in time. Okay, good. Because I had a lot of stuff in my inventory, and it really would have sucked to lose all that. Thank you for dropping off a huge load, big boy. That was good. We need the whistle. That's what I need. We need the whistle. Alrighty, what's the damage this time around? We got 75,000. That's pretty good, I'd say. Pretty darn good. Let's sell that worthless amulus battle ask. It's just pathetic. No! Get me the gold. Yes, we still need the whistle. Can't afford it now, can I? No, I can't, actually. Collector whistle is good enough. There also would be a miner whistle, so you can start just teleporting to different miners, but like... no. That's the only way to control them where it goes, and in different levels, maybe that matters, but this time around, nah, not so much. So how much damage can I do with gold? The answer might surprise you. It won't surprise you at all, actually. It'll be an incredible amount of damage. Time to go straight down to the blue layer. We'll still be a little slower to mine through that, but now it'll be fast enough that I think it's going to pay off better than this gray layer here. So it's worth it. Let's get down there, and with our fast collectors, we're going to be raking in the cash now. Yeah, 3 hits and we start freeing up some of the coal and stuff. Oh yeah, we can get a lot now. Not to mention now we've got gold, rubies, and stuff like that coming in. That's not bad. Not bad at all. As long as I see the collectors aren't hanging around me, I know I'm still going fast enough. Albeit barely. This is where it's still really useful if you can find yourself like a golden gun and stuff, because you can clear out some of these layers so stinking fast that your collectors will have plenty to do forever and you never have to worry about it. But at this point, the amount of time it would take to open up a chest is potentially worth thousands or tens of thousands of gold. And I'm going to say I don't think that the risk is quite worth the reward. There's the next level down over here, by the way. So I don't think we can break through this very easily. Some of the best stuff's down here, though. Pink diamonds and stuff like that. Worth an absolute ton of money if you can find them. Coal quota already met, no problem there. So we are now for sure need more collectors. Look how much stuff is still building up with me, even though I have some really good guys running around. I need more of these top level, not top level, level 3 collectors. That's what's going to be my next thing to cook with some more gas. I want to start making like 100,000 gold or so per day. That's what I'm looking for. They're not falling that far behind me though, so like one more good collector is probably enough to kind of keep things going. Golden gun! Hold on! We got something big. Let's run down here and set everything we can on fire! This block is on fire! There we go. They're going to start taking damage over time and then just start naturally collapsing. So all that's going to get cut off there. Oh yeah, it's raining wealth. All right, let's blow the whistle. Make sure our guys know it's time to get back home. I got a couple of seconds of my own. Am I going to make it? Got it. Oh, here we go. These are the big numbers. Yes, 182,000 gold. It's so good. Can I even afford the next upgrade yet? No, the next one takes 283,000. We're not that far off. Like, that is a pretty great amount. It is. It really is. Anything else I want? You know what? I'm going to pick up the one-click chest looting so I have to stop wasting for that stuff, just waiting for the box to open. And let's just go ahead and pick up at least... You know what? For the heck of it, I'm just going to go ahead and get all 4 of these fast collectors. Let's just do it. I'm not worried about this for the rest of the run. All I could possibly benefit from is just upgrading my axe one more time to a ruby version. That's it. That's all I could benefit from. Like, legitimately, I am not sure that I'm going to be able to mine fast enough to keep these guys happy, but we'll see. We need 18,000 coal, by the way. Once again, don't lose sight of this, but as long as we are getting enough coal in our collateral damage here, I don't think we're going to have a problem. All right, out of time here. Somehow I don't feel like this was quite as good of a run as I might have liked. Oh, I forgot to blow the whistle. Dang it. That might have actually cost me a lot. Do we have enough money coming in, though, that I'll be able to get my upgrade? 294,000. That feels like a yes! Let's get rid of the golden battle axe and pick up the ruby. We've only got 2 days left. So, we're running out of time here, but I think we'll be all right. And yeah, by the way, we are clearing through the blue layer like nothing. Okay, this is going to be a marked increase in money. Still need a lot of coal. 28,000 now. That is a lot. And I have found myself in a position where I'm like, wait, my collectors are getting all the wrong stuff. So pay attention to it, but if you follow the build up to this point, I think you're probably fine and got nothing to worry about. Yeah, we've already met our coal requirement. No problem at all. And my collectors aren't actually keeping up with me, which I think must be a really good sign. Those are diamonds over there. Hello. Hold on. I'm going to drop this coal and just pick those up so I have them, because it's pretty good. If you find yourself in a situation, though, where you don't think you can make fast enough runs, just go ahead and drop everything on the ground, and your collectors will take care of the rest. That's a perfectly valid thing to do. Okay, only about 30 seconds left to make sure we'll set off the whistle in time here. Just grabbing what I feel like I reasonably can for myself. 20 seconds remaining. All right, let's go ahead and blow the whistle now and then get up there. Want to make sure we drop everything off. If I hold down shift and sprint, I think I fly faster too, which is pretty great. So we'll get up over here, drop this off. Boom, that's a lot of extra wealth. We've got 85,000 coal this time around, and that was purely by accident. So that should tell you, yeah, we're going to be able to be fine on day 15. Wow, look at all that money coming in. Oh my God, look at all that money coming in. Oh my God, so good. 440,000. Still not enough to get myself anything made out of diamond. Probably won't be able to until end this mode. So I think you could say that ruby is kind of the best that you can hope for right about now. We also get ourselves a hoverboard. Just like instead of flapping your wings, literally just move around as normal. WASD across the map. It's perfectly fine. But I also don't need it. I just want lightning collectors. And you know what? At this point, we could actually consider getting ourselves some miners. Now, they're not good. Don't get me wrong. But at this point, like, having some other people going around and doing stuff isn't terrible. If you're gonna get yourself a couple of employees, let's say I get myself a couple interns, the things you want to get are going to be the barbarians who hit multiple tiles or the bomb droppers. And you want to get them at least one level for every level down you're going. So at level 1, these guys are pretty good in the easy brown layer. Then you want to have gray, then you want to have blue. All right, that's how this works. So let's say I get myself a medium bomber over there, and then I get myself either a fast, strong, or an artillery bomber. Probably the strong one. He just makes the most difference. And then we could go for things like the barbarians and stuff like that. Or I could get myself more collectors, but no, for the heck of it, let's just go ahead and just buy one of these guys. Broad Barbarian, who does 20% damage to all surrounding tiles, which is a lot. Or we could go for the Strong Barbarian, 60%. Woo, that is a lot. Strong Barbarian seems great. I'll pick you up. Eventually, these guys are so good that, like, if you get enough of them, your movement speed, your ability as the player to react is what's going to slow you down. So in endless mode, these guys are totally worth having with enough collectors to keep them going. And then you just kind of sit back and relax. But for me, day 15, I feel pretty good about what's going on. Let's just go ahead and clear everything out. I want to help these guys get down as low as possible, so I'm going to dig under them to force them to get down to the levels I care about. There we go, there we go. Now they can do something. Now they're cooking with gas. Diamond minigun! Woo! Okay, we can get a lot of goodies now. Okay, that was worth a lot. That was worth probably a few 100,000 gold right there. That was a great minigun. And we already almost have the 40,000 coal that we need for our quota. So, like, game over, man. I win. And I acknowledge, by the way, I think some people will be disappointed by the sheer simplicity of this strategy. It is fun having an army of interns running around and mining stuff. That does feel good. But in this case, simplicity is king. All you care about is mining as aggressively as you can and having everyone else do all the legwork. That's it. That's all it takes. And notice my collectors still aren't able to keep up with this, even with all those upgrades. That's how fast I'm mining right now. You'll love to see it. I'm not even going to be able to go drop off all my stuff in time. And that's fine. I may be carrying several thousand worth of stuff, but like, whatever. We win. Oh my god, that was so much coal. So much coal. Look at that. 787,000. Oh my god! And we win. Boom! Yay! Happy winner! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. If you want to enter into endless mode at this point, sure, we could do that. How are my mining boys doing? Pretty good, actually. They're actually making some progress down here in the red section. Not an absolute ton, but, you know, a pretty amazing amount considering. I didn't think I'd get that much value out of them. Only a little bit of time left. Let's go ahead and tell everyone to head back up, and I'm going to do the same thing. I got a few hundred of these sapphires and stuff I wouldn't mind delivering. These guys are so fast, though. Like, maybe they need to do another run up. I don't know. Okay, do another whistle. Boom. Get that all in there. 218,000 coal this time, again, with no effort. Boom. What do we get? 1.2 million in a day. Good. I mean, as much as I would love to get the diamond battle axe, I think the next thing to do is literally just start getting the most employees I can. These guys actually started doing some serious work. There you go. That's everything I got. All right, we're up to 12 employees plus a bunch of collectors. Let's help get them down as fast as possible. That's a lot of dynamite all going off at once. Got ourselves another really big flamethrower. Let's just go ahead and send that out in every direction we can. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, heck yeah, man. With all these guys, we are now actually burning through the red section pretty effectively, too. That's got to be worth a ton. Okay, 3 seconds left. Can I drop off? No, I got stuck on the freaking wall. That's so much money lost. So much money lost, but so much money gained. Hello. I'm just barely shy of being able to buy this thing. Oh, that feels bad, man. Oh, look at this team go. Look at this team go as we mine our way down. Yes, it's all coming together. Right down to that red layer. We barely are through our time. Yes, this is so good. And all those dynamites are about to go off. This is going to work great. How deep are these guys getting? Whoa, they've gotten deep. Oh my god, these miners. Yep, all right. Definitely at this point of the game, transition. Let them do the job for you. They're good. Finishing up day 18. Come on. Let me get to that. Oh, come on. I'm just not fast enough, man. That's what it comes down to. I am not fast enough. Hello, 2.6 million gold. That's beautiful. Get rid of this garbage ruby. Who needs that? I want diamond. And let's just try the hoverboard. I have no idea if it's good or not. We'll try it, though. Holy crap, my employees can get down there so fast, they don't need my help at all. I'm superfluous. I'm cutting through the red like nothing now, by the way. Yes. You know what I am worried about, though? Our coal, believe it or not. I feel like we are not keeping up with coal. So I am going to prevent myself from picking up most other things and just try to speed that along. That off. Oh, God, yeah. We may actually not be able to make it. We're only dropping off like 10,000 at a time. And I need to be dropping off a lot more than that. Find the big coal veins. Find the big coal veins. Come on. We needed more collectors, it turns out. A lot more collectors. Actually, I'm not even sure it's really the collectors that we need. We just need the miners to be able to get lots of coal. That's the real problem. If I had more inventory space, it'd be easier for me to just go ahead and make up the difference. But yeah, I think this might actually be the end, amazingly. We're 100,000 coal down right now and only 20 seconds to go. I think that might be it. Yep, it is. We were 40,000 shy. Ah, dang, and look how much money we made in the process, too. Would have been amazing. Would have been absolutely amazing. But no, we can't have nice things because we couldn't get coal fast enough. And that's where the quota's going to get you. It is going to get you. If I had invested in more inventory space, maybe we could have made it work. But to be honest, I don't know. We were picking it up pretty fast. So I'm not sure how much faster we could have done that. Anyway, I go explode now. Boom, bye. We made almost 12 million gold over the course of the run. Not bad. Now, I will say there are other ways of playing the game. I mean, we have been playing as an intern up to this point. There's also things like shamans, gunslingers, barbarians. Depending on what kind of, accomplishments you finish, that's what's going to get you new classes. They have different weapons and tools, but the strategy still applies. If you're playing as a shaman, go for whatever's going to have the biggest area of effect. Get those wings, get those collectors, and win. There's also different levels, and that's where the strategy can get messed up. Funnel's not so bad, but this is where having, miners isn't good because they dig straight down and you want to be able to dig to the side. Sky stuff? I mean, no one really wants to float. That's really hard as a player. So, some of the levels do get very, very challenging. But nonetheless, it is a pretty fun little Flash game. Oh my god, I just realized that I completely skewed my screen. I am so sorry. Apparently playing in borderless mode is a mistake in this game. I dragged my OBS screen to the side slightly. Hopefully you adapted to that, but you get the idea. We did really, really well here. Coal LLC, it's a pretty fun game, very flashy, and now you know how to play it. Now you know how to play it very, very effectively. Hope you enjoyed this video. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.